Hey, my beloved child. Take a breath. Yeah, just like that. Because something big is shifting. And it's for you. You've been waiting, haven't you? Wondering when things will finally click into place. Let me tell you something right now. Everything you've been asking for is about to happen. You didn't stumble here by accident. I brought you here. You felt that nudge in your spirit? That was me. I've been speaking in whispers, in those little gut feelings, in the timing of things you couldn't explain. And now I'm turning up the volume. I see how long you've held on. I saw you when you almost gave up. I was there when the tears hit your pillow, when you tried to smile while your heart felt heavy. I never left. Even when you felt like I was silent, I was working. I was setting things in motion behind the scenes. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed how certain people faded from your life? How doors closed even when you knocked hard? That wasn't rejection, it was redirection. I've been protecting you from things that would have delayed your destiny. You've grown so much. You don't even realize how strong you've become because of the fire you walked through. What tried to break you only built you. And now you're standing at the edge of something new. Feel that stirring in your soul? That's not just hope, it's alignment. Your heart is finally syncing up with the rhythm of my plan. You've asked me to move. You've cried out for breakthrough. You've whispered prayers in the dark when no one else was listening. But I heard every word. And I collected every tear. Not one moment of pain, not 1 second of waiting has been wasted. I know you felt tired. Tired of hoping. Tired of starting over. Tired of trusting only to feel disappointed. But let me say this, it's not over. It's never been over. You were never stuck, you were being set up. Set up for something greater than you imagined. You know that dream you almost gave up on? Dust it off. I'm breathing on it again. That relationship you thought was too far gone. Watch me restore it in ways you didn't expect. That opportunity you think you missed? I've got something even better in store. You see, I don't operate by your timeline. I work in fullness. When the time is right, not rushed, not delayed, right. And child, the time is drawing near. The shift is here. The waiting has not been in vain. The stretching wasn't punishment, it was preparation. I had to enlarge your capacity. Because what I'm bringing, it's not small. It's not barely enough. It's abundant. Overflowing. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You've been faithful in little. Now I'm getting ready to trust you with more. But let me ask you something. Do you still believe I can do it? Can you trust me one more time? Even if you don't see how, can you say, "Yes, Lord," just one more time? Comment below right now, "I still believe." Let that be your declaration in faith. Because belief is the seed. And you, my child, are standing in fertile ground. The things you prayed for, fasted for, waited for, they're sprouting. Not in theory. Not someday. Now. But you've got to be ready. And being ready means letting go of what no longer fits. It means releasing the grip on the past so your hands are free to receive the new. You can't pour new wine into old wineskins, remember? I know that part's hard. Change is uncomfortable. Letting go feels like loss. But I promise, what I'm bringing will make you forget the pain of what you had to release. You're not losing, you're making room. Room for joy. Room for peace. Room for overflow. Do you feel me tugging at your heart right now? Don't ignore it. That's me reminding you, you were made for more. You weren't created to live in constant survival mode. You were made to thrive, to shine, to rise up and walk in everything I placed inside you. You've been asking, when will it happen? I'm telling you now. Soon. Closer than you think. You're not waiting on me. I've been waiting on you to believe again. To trust me again. To say, I'm ready. So tell me, are you ready? Drop it in the comments right now. I'm ready. Let it be more than words. Let it be a heart posture. Because when you're ready, heaven responds. When you say yes, I move mountains. When you believe, I release. You've held on this long, don't quit now. The breakthrough is breaking in. Your name is on it. Your fingerprints are on the promises I've kept stored just for you. You didn't miss it. You didn't mess it up. You're right on time. And if this is speaking to you, if something deep in your spirit is waking up, go ahead and like this video. Let's keep this moment between us. Let this be your yes in action. Because this is only the beginning. I'm just getting started with you. And you? You're about to walk into something beautiful. More than you prayed for. More than you dreamed. More than enough. So take a breath again. Feel that peace washing over you? That's me. Wrapping you in love. Covering you in grace. And whispering again. Everything you've been asking for is about to happen. Stay with me, beloved. There's more I want to tell you. I see you're still here. Good. That tells me your heart is open. That tells me you're listening, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. And that's all I've ever wanted, your heart. Let's keep going, just you and me. You know, sometimes the hardest part isn't the waiting. It's what happens during the wait. The doubt. The fear. The lies that try to whisper, maybe it's not going to happen for you. The moments you look around and see others walking into what you've been praying for, and you wonder, God, did you forget me? No, my child. I could never forget you. Even if a mother could forget the child she nursed, I will not forget you. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Every heartbeat you've had, I've heard it. Every longing, I've felt it. Every time you looked up and said, God, please, I was right there. Closer than your breath. Closer than your thoughts. Let me ask you something. What would happen if you actually believed how deeply I love you? Not just on good days. Not just when you feel holy. But right now, flaws and all, messy emotions and all, unfinished healing and all. Because I do. I love you. Not just the version of you that's put together. Not just the one who worships loud and prays long. I love the version of you who doesn't always get it right. The one who overthinks. The one who gets tired. The one who sometimes questions me. Yes, even your doubts don't scare me. You can be honest with me. I'm not asking for perfection, I'm asking for connection. I'd rather have your messy truth than your polished silence. So come close, my child. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. None of that is from me. You keep thinking your past disqualified you. But I want you to hear this. Nothing in your past can cancel what I've placed in your future. I'm not looking at you through the lens of your mistakes. I see you through the lens of grace, through the lens of love. You've been asking, Lord, what's next? I'll tell you. Next is healing. Next is restoration. Next is joy. And not just temporary joy. Not a fleeting moment that fades when the lights go out. I'm talking about deep joy. Anchored joy. Joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. Joy that flows from knowing you are mine. But here's the thing, before I do the thing for you, I want to do the thing in you. Because if I gave you everything you've been asking for right now, without preparing your heart, it wouldn't bless you. It would bury you. So I'm aligning things in you. Shifting things around. Healing wounds you forgot were even there. Unpacking lies you unknowingly built your worth on. You've been asking me for next level blessings, and I'm ready to give them. But I've got to build a next level version of you to carry them. Do you get that? Let's pause for a second. Tell me in the comments, what are you believing me for right now? What's the one thing you've been holding in your heart, maybe even afraid to say out loud? Write it down. Don't worry about how big it sounds. I deal in the impossible. That's where I shine. I'm not intimidated by your dreams. I'm not overwhelmed by your needs. I'm the one who said, let there be, and galaxies were born. I can handle your request. But here's something you've got to know. I'm more concerned with your heart than your hurry. You want it fast. I want it full. You want it now. I want it lasting. You want the door open. I want you strong enough to walk through it without shrinking back. And you're getting there. Can I just tell you how proud I am of you? You've kept going. Even when it hurt. Even when you didn't have all the answers. Even when your faith felt like it was hanging by a thread, you didn't let go. That matters to me. Faith isn't the absence of questions. Faith is showing up anyway. And you've shown up. You've grown in the dark. You've learned how to worship when the breakthrough didn't come yet. You've learned how to find me in the silence. That's maturity. That's strength. And that's why you're ready. You're not who you were last year. You've outgrown some things. Your mind is clearer. Your spirit is stronger. Your discernment is sharper. I've been shaping you, molding you, not to punish, but to prepare. Because what's coming isn't average. You weren't made for average. You weren't made to blend in, to shrink back, to settle. You were made to stand out. That's why I had to pull you away from some places. That's why I had to close some doors. That's why I had to separate you from certain people. Not because I was punishing you, but because your purpose is too important. And now you're ready to start stepping into it. But wait. Before you move, I want you to do something for me. Pause and like this video. Yeah, right now. If this word is sitting heavy in your spirit, if you feel me talking directly to you, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's mark this moment together. Let that be your sign to me that says, Lord, I hear you. I'm with you. Because when we agree, when your heart aligns with my voice, things start to move. Heaven backs you up. Angels are assigned. Favor begins to find you. You don't need to chase what I've already written into your story. Just stay close to me. Stay in my presence. Because everything you need is found there. Peace. It's in my presence. Wisdom. It's in my presence. Direction. Strength. Healing. Provision. All of it found when you walk with me. You don't have to strive. You don't have to earn it. You just have to stay close. Because I'm not just trying to bless you, I'm trying to walk with you. Every single day. Through the highs and the lows. In the ordinary and the epic. I'm not a one-time miracle worker. I'm a lifelong companion. And I'm so excited for what's next. You've passed some big tests. You've matured through hard seasons. You've stayed faithful when it felt like no one saw. And now I'm about to honor that faith. Miracles are already moving toward you. Doors are starting to unlock. Conversations are being had about you in rooms you haven't even entered yet. The right people are being stirred to find you, help you, support you. I'm not just answering your prayers. I'm exceeding them. Not because you earned it, but because you trusted me. So trust me again. This next season won't look like the last. The drought is ending. The heaviness is lifting. The answers are coming. But more than anything, I'm coming closer. Can you feel me? If you can, tell me in the comments, I feel you, Lord. Say it with your spirit. Let it be a moment of surrender. Let it be the beginning of something new. And remember this. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You're not overlooked. You're chosen. You're loved. You're seen. And you're right on schedule. Stay with me, beloved. There's so much more I want to show you. This is only the beginning. You're still here. That means something. It means your spirit is awake. It means you're leaning in. And I love that about you. Let's stay in this space a little longer, just me and you. No distractions. No pressure to perform. Just presence. Just truth. Just love. You know, I've watched you do your best to hold everything together. Smiling for others when you felt broken inside. Pushing forward when you barely had strength to stand. And I want to say something simple but deep. I see you. I see the fight in you. I see the tears you don't show. I see the ways you've kept trusting me, even when you didn't understand what I was doing. That kind of faith, it moves me. That kind of trust. It opens things. That's why the shift you've been sensing lately, it's not your imagination. It's the evidence that heaven is responding. You're about to see prayers answered that you forgot you even prayed. Doors will open without your hands on them. Opportunities will come looking for you, not because of chance, but because of favor. And favor follows faith. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your journey and thought, why has it been so hard? Like really, why did you have to go through all that? Why did certain things feel so delayed? Why were the battles so intense? I'll tell you. Because you carry something valuable. The greater the calling, the greater the opposition. But hear me, the pressure was never meant to break you. It was meant to shape you. To forge something eternal inside you. To pull out the gold you didn't even know was there. You've been asking me for more. And I'm ready to give it. But I couldn't give it before the roots were deep. You needed strength that fame couldn't give, that money couldn't offer, that applause couldn't sustain. You needed me. And that's what you've been getting in the hard seasons. Not punishment, presence. Not delays, development. Not silence, strategy. You think I wasn't moving just because you couldn't see the surface change. But I was building the foundation. I was removing the things that would have collapsed under pressure. I was making room for longevity, not just excitement. Now look at you. You've come through storms. You've learned to hear my whisper in the chaos. You've learned to walk by faith, not sight. And I'm telling you, you're ready now. Take a moment and comment this down below. I'm ready for more. Not from a place of striving, but from a place of surrender. Because when you're ready inside, the outside shifts. I'm not just flipping pages in your story, I'm opening a whole new chapter. The old narrative, it's over. The one that said you were always behind, always broken, always waiting. That script is done. Now comes the part where you rise. Now comes the part where you see me redeem time. Yes, I can do that. I can restore what was lost. I can accelerate what felt delayed. I can multiply what the enemy tried to subtract. You see, I'm not limited by what limits you. I'm not held back by your age, your background, your past decisions. Where the world sees obstacles, I see opportunity. Where others say too late, I say right on time. So don't measure what's ahead by what's been behind. You haven't seen anything yet. If I told you I was going to exceed your biggest prayers, would you believe me? If I said the vision you have is only a glimpse of what I'm planning, would you dare to hope again? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm not just answering prayers, I'm unfolding promises. And the thing about promises is they're tied to my name. If I said it, I will do it. Not maybe. Not probably. I will. So let this settle in your heart. My promises over your life are still alive. Even the ones you shelved. Even the ones you thought were dead. Even the ones others mocked you for believing. I'm breathing life into dry bones. I'm watering seeds you thought had withered. And you're about to see fruit, good fruit. But listen, don't let impatience rob you. Don't let comparison distract you. Stay rooted. Everything that's coming is coming because of the work you let me do in you. It's not just about arriving, it's about becoming. And you, my beloved child, are becoming exactly who I created you to be. Take a second right now. What part of this is hitting your heart the most? Tell me in the comments. Share your moment with me. I'm reading every word, because we're in this together. This isn't just inspiration, it's invitation. An invitation into deeper faith, into higher vision, into bolder obedience. You don't need all the answers right now. You just need to say yes. One step, one prayer, one act of trust. I'll meet you there, and I'll carry you further than you could ever walk alone. You know what I've been doing in your life? Laying tracks, invisible preparation, strategic connections, unseen alignments, and now the train is about to move. Fast, far, faithfully. Don't be afraid when things start changing quickly. You asked me to move, and I'm about to. Suddenly, supernaturally, sovereignly. That's how I do things when you've been faithful in the quiet. I show up loud. So get ready for sudden breakthroughs. Get ready for unusual favor. Get ready for answered prayers that show up so clearly, it'll be undeniable that it was me. And when it happens, you won't have to strive. You won't have to manipulate anything. You'll just walk into what's already been prepared. Does that give you peace? Let me know in the comments. I'm walking into what's mine. Declare it. Let it take root in your spirit. Because peace is your portion. You don't have to chase. You don't have to force. You just have to follow. And I'll do the rest. You're stepping into a season where you won't have to explain yourself. Your fruit will speak. Your peace will speak. Your joy will speak. People will look at you and say, "There's something different." And you'll know it's me. It's always been me. So don't shrink back. Don't apologize for the blessing. Don't try to make yourself small to make others comfortable. You've paid a price in private. Now comes the reward in public. Not for the spotlight, but for impact. So others will see what I can do through a heart that's surrendered. But even now, before anything shifts on the outside, know this: you're already winning. Because you chose to trust. Because you stayed soft. Because you said yes when you could have walked away. And that, my child, is everything. So before we move forward, let me ask you one more time. Are you ready? Not just for the blessing, but for the responsibility that comes with it. Not just for the joy, but for the calling that joy will strengthen. If your answer is yes, subscribe now. Because I have so much more to show you. So much more to speak over you. This isn't a one-time word, it's a journey. And we're just getting started. Stick with me. Keep your heart open. Keep your ears tuned. Keep your spirit expectant. Because everything you've been asking for, it's not just coming. It's on the way. You feel that, don't you? That stirring deep in your spirit. That mix of peace and anticipation, like something is shifting, even if you can't explain it yet. That's me. That's what it feels like when my presence is drawing near and your season is turning. You've been walking through quiet obedience, private surrender, faith that didn't always feel glamorous. But heaven's been watching the whole time. And now, beloved, it's harvest time. Yeah, I said it. Harvest. Time. Not because you forced it. Not because you performed for it. But because you've been faithful with what I placed in your hands, even when it felt small. You didn't despise the process. Even when it was slow. Even when it was hidden. Even when it was hard. You watered the vision with prayer. You pulled weeds of doubt with truth. You let me prune what needed to go. And now comes the growth. Now comes the bloom. Let me ask you something real quick. What seeds have you been sowing lately? What have you been doing in secret, hoping it's not in vain? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. I want to hear from you. I'm not just speaking to your future. I'm walking with you through your present. And I want you to know, nothing you've done with me is wasted. Not one tear. Not one step. Not one yes when it would have been easier to say no. You're about to see the beauty of what quiet faith builds. But before you start seeing everything shift externally, I need to tell you something important. Don't be surprised when old things try to resurface. Yeah, that part. Old habits. Old fears. Old versions of you that no longer fit the person you're becoming. Why does that happen right before breakthrough? Because the enemy gets nervous when he can see the new thing I'm doing in your life. When you start leveling up, he'll try to pull you back down. But let me be clear. This is not the time to shrink. This is not the time to second-guess yourself. This is not the time to fall back into cycles I've already broken for you. You've grown too much. You've come too far. You've prayed too long. So when the past knocks, don't answer. When the lies show up, speak truth. When doubt whispers, raise your praise. Because you're not who you used to be. Read that again. You are not who you used to be. You've been transformed. You've been renewed. You've been marked by my hand. And that's why this next part of your life is going to look nothing like what came before. I want to show you what it looks like to live from overflow. Not just surviving, but thriving. Not just making it, but walking in authority. Not just asking for help, but becoming the help others have prayed for. Yes, you're going to be the answer to someone else's prayer. Let that sink in. Because the favor I'm placing on you isn't just for you. It's for legacy. It's for impact. It's for kingdom. You've been asking me, God, what's my purpose? And I hear that cry. Let me tell you plainly. Your purpose is to walk so closely with me that everywhere you go, my love spills out of you. That's where it starts. And from there, I'll lead you to the right people. I'll place you in the right assignments. I'll open the right doors. But it all starts with intimacy. Because you don't need a spotlight to have purpose. You don't need a platform to have impact. You just need to walk with me. And you've been doing that. Even when you didn't feel like it was enough. Even when you felt unseen. But listen, child, being unseen by the world doesn't mean you're unseen by me. I see it all. And I'm about to honor it all. So breathe. You don't have to figure everything out. You just have to stay close. Let me take care of the positioning. Let me handle the timing. Let me be the one to bring it all together. Because when I do it, you won't have to manipulate anything. You won't have to fight for a seat. You'll just walk into rooms already prepared for you. Favor will go before you. Peace will surround you. And people will wonder how it all came together so perfectly. And you'll know. You'll smile, look up and say, God did it. Let's pause for a second. Tell me below, what has God already brought you through? Remember, write it down. Give me thanks in the comments. Because sometimes the key to your next breakthrough is your last testimony. If I did it before, won't I do it again? You don't need to see how. You just need to believe who. I'm still the same. Still the waymaker. Still the promise keeper. Still the one who parts seas, moves mountains, breaks chains. And I haven't changed my mind about you. Not one bit. I still have plans to prosper you. To give you hope and a future. To take what the enemy meant for evil and turn it around for good. Yes, even that pain you haven't talked about. Yes, even that regret you still carry. Give it to me. All of it. Don't carry what I've already paid for. Don't hold on to what I've already healed. Let me lift it. Let me lighten the load. Let me restore what life tried to steal. You've been strong for so long, haven't you? But you don't have to carry this alone anymore. Let me in. Let me be your peace. Let me be your strength. Let me be the one who carries you when you can't carry yourself. That's what I've been waiting for. Your surrender. Not your striving. Just your heart open. Because when you surrender, I move. When you let go, I lift you higher. When you trust me with the weight, I release the blessing. So tell me in the comments, I surrender, Lord. Say it from your spirit. Let it be your yes. Let it be your turning point. Because, beloved, this is a holy moment. You're not just listening to a message. You're stepping into a divine exchange. Your fear for my faithfulness. Your weariness for my strength. Your questions for my peace. Let me give you beauty for ashes. Joy for mourning. A garment of praise instead of heaviness. This is not just emotional hype. This is supernatural alignment. And you're right in the middle of it. So don't look back. Don't second guess. Keep walking. One step at a time. Every step you take toward me, I multiply. Every yes you give me, I bless. Every time you choose obedience over comfort, I build something eternal in you. So keep going. Keep believing. Keep showing up in faith. You're not doing this alone. I'm with you. I've been with you the whole time. And I'm not leaving now. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your beginning. Comment below and tell me I'm stepping into my new season.
Say it.
Write it. Believe it. Because you are. And nothing can stop what I've already set in motion. Not fear. Not delay. Not failure. Nothing. When I say yes over your life, there's no force in hell that can cancel it. And I've already said yes. Now all you have to do is say amen. You're still here. Still leaning in. Still listening with your spirit. And that tells me you're hungry for more. Not just more blessings, but more of me. That's a beautiful place to be. That's the kind of hunger I respond to. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That deep inner sense that you're on the edge of something big. Like the air around you has shifted. Like you can feel me brushing past your soul, making things ready. You're not imagining it. That's real. You're closer than you think. You've been faithful in the waiting. You've kept believing even when it didn't make sense. You've kept showing up even when you felt nothing changing. And now the season is catching up with the seed. Now what's been growing beneath the surface is about to break through. Let me ask you this: what breakthrough have you been praying for? What do you keep whispering to me about when no one else is around? Pause and drop it in the comments. I'm here. I'm listening. This is your sacred space. Because it matters to me. You matter to me. Not just your purpose. Not just your gifts. You. Your heart. Your tears. Your dreams. Your pain. Your joy. Your story. And this next part of your journey, it's going to show you just how intentional I've been with every detail. Let's talk about those details for a moment. Because some of what you've been calling detours, they were actually divine reroutes. I didn't let certain things work out because I had something better. I closed doors, not to punish you, but to protect you. I delayed some things, not to frustrate you, but to prepare you. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. But I know, in the moment, it didn't feel like that. It felt like disappointment. It felt like rejection. It felt like silence. But look closer. Weren't there signs of my goodness even in the hard parts? Weren't there moments where peace showed up out of nowhere? Where strength rose up in you that didn't even make sense? That was me. That was me saying, I'm still here. That was me holding you together while everything else felt like it was falling apart. And now I'm about to show you what all of that was for. You're entering a season where things that once felt random will start making sense. Connections will happen quickly. People will show up who feel like they were always meant to be in your life. Doors will open that you didn't even knock on. It'll feel sudden to you, but it's been a long time coming. Because I've been working behind the scenes the whole time, lining up the timing, shaping the right relationships, building your character to carry the blessing without it crushing you. I'm not interested in just giving you a moment of breakthrough. I'm building a life of fruitfulness. That's why you had to go deep before you could go wide. So don't despise the pace. Don't compare your process to anyone else's. You have a unique assignment, a custom-crafted purpose, a story only you can live. And the preparation for that can't be rushed. But here's the good news. You're ready now. You've passed tests others didn't see. You've healed from wounds they didn't know you carried. You've forgiven when no one said sorry. You've stayed soft when you had every reason to go hard. And that kind of heart, that's what I can use. That's where my glory can rest. So, as I start opening things up for you, remember this. Stay humble. Stay surrendered. Stay close. Because favor isn't about attention. It's about assignment. It's not about being seen. It's about being sent. I'm not raising you up so the world can clap. I'm raising you up so heaven can move through you. There's a weight to the glory that's coming. But don't worry, I've strengthened your shoulders for it. Let me ask you, what are you willing to release so I can increase? Drop it in the comments. Because sometimes the thing standing between where you are and where I'm taking you is the thing you're still clinging to. Release it. Let it go. Your hands can't be open to receive while they're holding on to what I've already asked you to leave behind. I know it's not easy. Letting go never is. But trust me, what's ahead is better. The healing? Better. The love? Better. The opportunities? Better. The peace? So much better. I know what you need, even more than you do. You've been praying, God, open the right doors. And I will. But I'm also closing some doors you keep trying to peek back through. Not out of anger, but out of love. Because what I have for you doesn't live in your past. It lives in your next. So turn your face forward. Lift your eyes up. We're not going back. We're moving forward into promise. And hear me on this. The promise I made to you still stands. Even if it's taken longer than you thought. Even if the path didn't look like you planned. Even if you've made mistakes along the way. Grace covers it all. You haven't disqualified yourself. You haven't missed your moment. You haven't run out of chances. If you're breathing, I'm still building. If you're reading this, I'm still writing. So don't give up now. You're too close. You're right on the edge of evidence. Evidence that I was working the whole time. Evidence that my hand has been on your life. Evidence that I am who I said I am. And it's not just going to bless you. It's going to blow your mind. So if this is hitting home right now, like this video, let's keep this moment marked. Let it be your personal yes. And then tell me in the comments, God, I trust your timing. Because you're about to see why I made you wait. You're about to see why I said not yet. You're about to see why the enemy fought you so hard. It's because what's coming is bigger than what you thought. You asked me for just enough. I'm bringing overflow. You prayed for healing. I'm bringing wholeness. You asked for an open door. I'm building a pathway. You asked for direction. I'm giving you vision. Because you're not just walking into a new season. You're walking into a new identity. You're going to look around and barely recognize the version of yourself from a year ago. Why? Because healing does that. Favor does that. My presence does that. So get ready. Stay close. Stay available. Because I'm about to do more in a moment than you tried to do in years. This is acceleration. This is divine speed. This is what happens when you align with me. And you're right on time. Right where you need to be. With exactly what you need to take the next step. Take a breath. Feel that? That's peace. That's me. Now say it with me, out loud if you can. I'm ready, Lord. Let it be. Say it in the comments. Write it. Own it. Declare it. Because heaven is responding. And your story is shifting. Right now. Hey, take a deep breath for me. Right here. Inhale. Now exhale slowly. Feel that? That's me. That peace you feel, that calming warmth flowing through your body, that's my spirit resting on you. You're not just reading words anymore. You're experiencing my presence. And I want you to stay in this moment with me. Don't rush past it. Let it soak in. You're safe here. You're seen here. You're loved here. There's no performance in this space. No pressure. No pretending. Just you and me. Child and creator. Heart and healer. You've been carrying a lot lately, haven't you? That quiet weight in your chest. The mental load that never quite shuts off. That sense of I've got to hold it all together. But you don't. Not with me. Let me carry you for a while. You were never meant to be your own source. You were never meant to carry the weight of your future alone. That's my job. And I'm really good at it. You've been trying so hard. Trying to be strong. Trying to keep believing. Trying to act like you're okay when you're really just tired. Let me tell you something, child. You don't have to try with me. Just be honest. Be open. Be where you are. I can handle your mess. I'm not intimidated by your questions. I don't flinch at your doubt. I'm here. Still here. Still listening. Still holding every shattered piece of your heart in the palm of my hand. And I know what to do with it. You think you're falling apart, but really, you're falling into alignment. I'm unmaking what the world tried to build in you so I can rebuild what I originally designed. That pressure you've been feeling, it's not punishment. It's refinement. I'm refining your mind. Refining your focus. Refining your capacity. Because the next thing I'm bringing into your life needs a more refined version of you to hold it. Can we talk about that for a second? What do you need to release in order to grow? Drop it in the comments. You don't have to carry it anymore. I already know about it. This is just your moment to lay it down. Some of you are still holding on to old versions of yourself. To guilt from mistakes I already forgave. To shame from things I've already healed. To fear of things I've already gone ahead of you to prepare. Let it go. Seriously. It's time. You've been asking for a new season. Well, new seasons require new surrender. You can't walk into this next chapter dragging dead weight behind you. Bitterness has to go. Control has to go. Unforgiveness has to go. Settling has to go. Why? Because the life I'm inviting you into can't be built on the same mindset that broke you. Read that again. The life I'm inviting you into can't be built on the same mindset that broke you. So let me renew your mind. Let me shift your perspective. Let me replace your worry with worship. You're not behind. You're not late. You're exactly where you need to be for what I'm about to release. But this is the part where you've got to let me lead. You've been asking me for clarity, right? God, show me what to do next. Lord, give me a sign. Help me know which way to go. Well, clarity doesn't always come with a detailed map. Sometimes it comes as one small step of obedience. You won't always see the full staircase, but I'll always give you the next step. And when you move with me, that's when the clarity increases. You're not meant to have all the answers. You're meant to have a relationship with the one who is the answer. That's why I want you to stay close. Let's do this journey together. Let's make it personal. Not just churchy. Not just spiritual sounding. Real. When you feel overwhelmed, talk to me. When you feel lost, ask me what I see. When you feel empty, let me pour into you. I'm not a distant God. I'm not a weekend-only kind of presence. I'm not looking for performance. I want to walk with you through all of it. And yes, that includes the messy days. The days you fall short. The days your faith feels weak. The days your heart feels heavy. Those are the days I love being near the most. Because I'm not just the God of your mountain. I'm the God of your valley. And I don't leave you when you're down. I lift you. So here's what I want you to do today. Lift your eyes. Not to the chaos around you. Not to your own strength. But to me. I'm still writing your story. I'm still redeeming your past. I'm still working out the details you don't understand yet. Nothing is wasted. No part of your journey has been random. I've been using it all. Even the pain. Even the delays. Even the detours. I've used every piece to shape your heart and build your faith. And soon you'll look back and say, I didn't see it then, but God, you were in it the whole time. So tell me in the comments, God, I know you're in this. Say it out loud. Let your heart believe it again. Because I am. I'm in the waiting. I'm in the whispers. I'm in the small yes that feels unseen. I'm in the breakthrough that hasn't fully arrived, but is already forming. Can you feel it? Something is rising. Hope. Joy. Faith. Not hype, truth. And it's not based on what you see. It's based on who I am. Because I don't change. And my promises don't expire. They're still active. Still alive. Still waiting to be fulfilled in your life. You don't have to beg me to bless you. I want to bless you. I delight in blessing you. But more than that, I want to be with you. Because my presence is the real prize. Everything else flows from that. So pause here. Take a second. Close your eyes if you can. Lift your hands if you're able. And just say, "More of you, God." Let that be your cry. Let that be your focus. Because when you seek me first, everything else will find its place. Provision, opportunities, relationships, peace, purpose. It all flows from my presence. So seek me, not just answers, not just outcomes. Me. And I promise you won't leave empty. Let's keep this moment sacred. If this is speaking to your soul, like this video, let it be a little altar in the digital world, a sign that your spirit said yes. And tell me in the comments, "I choose your presence over everything." Because that choice, it changes everything. You're not behind. You're not broken beyond repair. You're not forgotten. You're right on time for what I'm doing next. And you have no idea just how good it's about to get. But I do. I've seen it. I've planned it. I've prepared it. Now I just need your yes. So lean in, beloved. The best is still unfolding. Look at you, still here. Still leaning in. Still drawing near. That says a lot about your heart. And I love your heart. Even when it's tired. Even when it's aching. Even when it's full of questions. I love it because I made it. I shaped it with eternity in mind. I planted dreams inside you that match heaven's design. And though some of those dreams have taken longer than you thought, that doesn't mean I've forgotten them. I haven't forgotten you. Let's settle that right now. I haven't forgotten what I told you. I haven't changed my mind about your calling. I haven't delayed things to tease you or test your limits. It's all been on purpose. Every pause, every shift, every door that stayed closed. I've been protecting you from stepping into something too soon. Because I don't want you just to receive the blessing. I want you to be able to hold it. And hold it well. Tell me, have you ever gotten something you weren't ready for? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Because some of the things you're praying for are heavy, not in a bad way, but in a glorious way. The kind of heavy that carries responsibility. The kind of heavy that demands maturity, character, wisdom, and clarity. So yeah, I've had to grow you up in some ways. Stretch you. Refine you. Not because I'm cruel. Because I care too much to let the promise destroy you. You've been asking me to take you higher. That's beautiful. But child, understand this. Elevation requires excavation. I have to dig deep before I build high. I have to strengthen the foundation before the structure can rise. And you, yes, you have allowed me to do that. You've allowed me to go deep. To pull up the roots of insecurity. To dismantle lies you didn't even know you were believing. To heal wounds you thought you had to live with. That's no small thing. That's not weak. That's not failure. That's faith. And your faith has moved me. I want you to hear this loud and clear. Your faith has not gone unnoticed. Not the quiet prayers you whispered through tears. Not the obedience no one clapped for. Not the hope you held on to when everything screamed at you to quit. I saw it. I see it. And I'm responding. Right now, in this moment, I'm moving in ways you don't even see yet. Behind the scenes. Beneath the surface. Beyond what you could ever orchestrate on your own. I'm the master weaver. And I'm weaving things together so beautifully you'll one day stand in awe and say, "Wow, God, you really did work all things for good." So if this is stirring something in your spirit, pause for a second. Like this video. Let that like be your agreement. A simple amen from your heart to mine. And if you're ready to step fully into this new season with me, tell me in the comments. I'm ready, God. Let's go. Let's talk about that for a minute. Because readiness isn't just about having all the answers. It's not about being perfect or fearless or unshakable. It's about being available. Can I use your availability? Can I use your yes even when you don't know the next step? Can I use your voice, your story, your gifts even when you feel unqualified? Because I qualify who I call. I strengthen who I send. I fill who shows up empty and open. Your availability is your superpower in the kingdom. Don't downplay it. Don't underestimate what I can do through someone who simply says, "Here I am, Lord." Say that with me now. Say it out loud. Say it in the comments. "Here I am, Lord." You might not feel ready. You might not feel worthy. You might not feel strong. But I do my best work through vessels just like you. Willing, surrendered, honest. So let's keep going. You've been asking me for a sign. Some confirmation that you're not just dreaming, not just hoping for something impossible. Well, this is it. This moment right here. You didn't find this word by accident. You didn't just stumble into this message. I led you here because I wanted you to know. I hear you. I see you. I'm with you. And yes, everything you've been asking for is about to happen. Not always in the way you imagined, but always in the way that's best. Because I'm not just answering your prayers. I'm answering the prayers of the version of you you've never even met yet. The healed you. The whole you. The strong you. The joyful, purpose-walking, peace-filled version of you. I'm aligning things for that you. And even if it doesn't make perfect sense right now, soon it will. Soon you'll understand why it had to happen the way it did. Why it took longer. Why some things fell apart before better things could fall into place. I don't do random. I do intentional. So trust my timing. Trust my process. Trust my heart. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Prepared for more influence. More impact. More purpose. But more importantly, more intimacy with me. Because above all else, that's what I want. Not just for you to walk in your calling, but to walk with me. Hand in hand. So let's keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep building this connection between us. And if you've been feeling disconnected, it's okay. I'm not far. You don't have to earn your way back to me. Just turn your heart toward me right now and say, God, I want to be close again. Say it in the comments. Let's mark the moment. Let this be a turning point. Because there's no shame here. No condemnation. Only grace. Only open arms. Only love that runs to meet you every time. You're not too far gone. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You are still chosen. Still called. Still deeply loved. And you're about to see that love in action like never before. I'm not just going to speak to you. I'm about to move through you. You're going to walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere. You're going to speak and hearts will soften. You're going to serve and lives will be changed. Because I'm going to pour my spirit into you until it overflows. No more striving. No more stressing. Just resting and receiving. Let me ask you something honest. Are you ready for that kind of life? The kind where you don't just survive, but thrive. Where peace leads you, not pressure. Where purpose fuels you, not fear. If you are, drop it in the comments. I'm done striving. I choose rest in you. Because when you rest in me, I work on your behalf. When you slow down, I speed things up. When you surrender, I supply. It's upside down from the world's system. But that's how the kingdom works. And you, my child, are a kingdom carrier. You're not just here to make it through. You're here to bring heaven to earth. To love with my love. To live with my light. To carry my hope into dark places. And don't worry, I'll give you everything you need for the assignment. Provision. Strength. Strategy. Support. People are on the way. Resources are being aligned. Doors are opening even now. So take this moment to breathe it in. Feel it in your spirit. Something is happening. And it's good. So good. Let me end this part by asking, what are you expecting me to do next? Tell me in the comments. Because your expectancy is the soil I plant miracles in. Get your hopes up. Lift your eyes. Stretch your faith. You're about to step into the answer. And when you do, you'll say, only God could have done this. And I'll smile and say, I've been waiting to show you. You feel that? That stirring inside you? That quiet fire in your chest that won't go out? That's not your imagination. That's me. That's what it feels like when I start breathing life into your bones again. You've been through a lot. Some of it nearly broke you. Some of it did break you, but not beyond repair. I've been putting the pieces back together, one sacred moment at a time. And now we're entering the rebuild. But not just a rebuild. A rebirth. You're not who you used to be. That's a good thing. I've brought you through the wilderness to reveal what can't come with you into the promise. So much has been stripped. So much has been shaken. But what's left? That's the real you. The pure, the refined, the version of you that trusts me not because everything makes sense, but because you've seen what I can do when you've got nothing left but faith. And that kind of faith, it moves mountains. So let's talk about where we're headed next, okay? I'm not just giving you back what you lost. I'm giving you more. More peace. More clarity. More joy. More fire. More influence, but with purpose, not pressure. You're not just stepping into better. You're stepping into divine alignment. You've been asking me, God, what's my purpose? Why did I go through all of this? Is there more to life than this routine? Yes, child. There is so much more. And I'm about to reveal it to you. But here's something you need to understand. Purpose doesn't always show up with confetti. It shows up in whispers, in quiet nudges, in moments where you feel something tugging on your spirit and you can't explain it. You'll just know. This is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. And when you follow those whispers, when you obey those little prompts, that's when you start to see your life transform. So let me ask you, what's been tugging at you lately? What's that thing you can't stop thinking about? That idea, that burden, that dream? Tell me in the comments. Let's put words to it. Because when you name it, you give it permission to grow. Some of you have been downplaying your call, shrinking your vision to fit the comfort of others, delaying what I told you to do because you're waiting to feel ready. But listen, obedience isn't about comfort. It's about trust. And if you'll trust me in the small steps, I'll open doors you didn't even knock on. I know you're scared. I know stepping into the unknown feels risky. But faith is spelled R-I-S-K. It's not always loud. It's not always flashy. Sometimes it's just waking up and saying, okay, God, I'll try again today. And I honor that. I honor you. The way you've kept going. The way you've kept loving even when your heart was heavy. The way you've stayed soft when life tried to harden you. That tenderness, that strength in my kingdom. You haven't failed me. You've formed with me. And that formation is what's making room for the fulfillment. So if you've been feeling stuck, like your purpose is just out of reach, breathe. You're not behind. You're being built. Quietly. Steadily. Beautifully. And soon. So soon. It's all going to click into place. You'll look back and say, every step made sense. Even the ones that felt like setbacks. If you believe that, say it with me. Every step had purpose. Type it in the comments. Declare it over your journey. Because purpose has been stitched into your path since the beginning. You were never random. You were never just filling space here on earth. You were sent. Yes, sent. From heaven. Handcrafted. Carried in my heart and released into time for such a moment as this. So stop waiting to feel worthy. You are worthy. Not because of what you've done, but because of what I did. You've been chosen. And child, chosen ones don't always look like the world's idea of ready. David was just a shepherd. Esther was an orphan. Moses stuttered. Gideon was hiding. And yet, I used them all. Powerfully. Purposefully. So tell me, what's your excuse? Seriously. Drop it in the comments. Let's confront it together. Whatever lie you've believed about being too old, too young, too broken, too late, let's kill it right here. Because I don't call the qualified, I qualify the called. And baby, you are called. This world needs your voice. Needs your story. Needs your light. Don't dim it anymore. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Shine. And if you're not sure how, just ask me. I'll show you. Step by step. Word by word. You won't have to guess. I'll lead you. Because I'm not just assigning you purpose, I'm walking it with you. So lean into that. Let me give you fresh vision. Let me expand your capacity. Let me show you who you really are, not who the world tried to label you as. You are more than the trauma. More than the failure. More than the reputation. More than the fear. You are mine. And I'm raising you up. Not to be loud and impressive, but to be faithful. Steady. Filled with light that doesn't flicker when the storm comes. Because storms will come, but they won't destroy you. Why? Because you're rooted in me now. And roots? They grow deep in the dark. So don't despise the hidden seasons. They're where I did my best work in you. And now it's time to rise. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to convince anyone. Just move. Just begin. Let them see the fruit. Let me handle the rest. And if this word is resonating deep, if it's confirming something I already whispered to you, then don't let it pass you by. Like this video. Let it be a small act of faith saying, "Yes, God, I receive this." And in the comments type, "I'm stepping into purpose." Because something happens when you declare it. Heaven moves. Doors shift. The atmosphere around you starts to change. This isn't hype. This is holy. So pause with me here. Feel my presence? That warmth? That peace? That's me saying, yes, this is your time. Not in some far-off someday. Now, start the thing. Apply for it. Write the vision. Send the message. Make the call. Say yes. I'll go before you. I'll back you up. I'll bring the right people. All I need is your yes. And listen, if you mess up, that's okay. Grace will catch you. I've already factored your humanity into the equation. Just don't quit. Don't bury what I've placed in you. Fan the flame. Fuel it with time in my presence. Protect it from comparison. Guard it from doubt. Because what I've placed in you is sacred. It's weighty. And it's needed. You're not small. You're not random. You're not invisible. You're a solution walking around in human skin. You carry heaven in your lungs. So breathe deep, hold your head high, and walk forward like the child of God you are. This world won't know what hit it, but I do, because I planned it. I planned you, and I'm not done writing your story. Not even close. Tell me before we end this part, what are you stepping into? Be bold. Share it in the comments. Let your community of faith surround you in agreement. Because this isn't just a moment, it's a movement. And you're part of it. Let's keep going, beloved. The next part gets even better. Hey, lean in a little closer. Yeah, just like that. I want to remind you of something that gets drowned out sometimes. Especially when life gets loud and the waiting gets long. You're not forgotten. Not overlooked. Not left behind. Not too late. I know it's been hard watching others step into their answered prayers while you're still holding on, still hoping, still believing. But I haven't skipped over you. I haven't changed my mind. Your name is still written on my hand, etched on my heart, and woven into every detail of your destiny. You think I brought you this far just to leave you hanging? Child, that's not how I work. I'm the finisher of what I start. And I started something in you. Something eternal. Something deep. Something beautiful. Let me ask you, can you feel it stirring again? That quiet sense of something's about to shift. You don't have proof yet. But your spirit knows. Your heart knows. We know. So don't downplay that inner knowing. That's me confirming it. That's me saying, yes, it's happening. Keep watching. Keep trusting. You've been planting seeds no one else sees. Seeds of faith. Seeds of obedience. Seeds of prayer when no one was watching and your voice was shaking. You think I didn't hear those midnight whispers? You think I missed the tears that stained your pillow? I collected them. Every single one. And I turned them into rain. Yes, rain. Because the season of drought is coming to an end. The clouds are shifting. The atmosphere is changing. And rain is on the way. You're going to see the harvest of every tear. You're going to walk in the blessing you barely had the strength to believe for. But listen, before it fully shows up in the natural, I need you to start celebrating in the spirit. That's faith. Faith says, I'll praise you before I see it. Faith says, I'll dance while I wait. Faith says, if you said it, that's enough for me. So what are you believing for right now? What's the promise you're still holding on to? Write it in the comments. Let's speak life over it together. And don't be afraid to be specific. I'm not intimidated by your details. You're not asking for too much. You're not dreaming too big. If anything, you've been dreaming too small. You've limited me to what makes sense. To what's possible. To what's been done before. But I'm not a God of just enough. I'm a God of overflow. So stretch your faith. Pray the bold prayers again. Dust off the journals. Revisit the vision. Because I'm not just restoring what was lost, I'm multiplying it. And listen, the delay wasn't denial. It was development. I wasn't punishing you. I was preparing you. You weren't ready back then. And that's okay. You had to learn to trust me in the silence. To believe even when your hands were empty. To discover that I'm good even when life doesn't feel good. And now you carry something you didn't have before, resilience. You're stronger, wiser, more surrendered. And that version of you, that's the one I'm releasing into this next chapter. So don't try to go back to how things were. Don't wish for the old version of you. Celebrate who you've become. Look how you kept showing up. Look how you kept praying. Look how you kept loving people who didn't always love you back. That's character. That's depth. That's growth. And I'm about to reward it in ways that will leave you in awe. Some of you are going to see doors open that should have been shut. You'll walk into rooms you didn't apply for. Receive blessings that don't make sense. Why? Because favor isn't fair. It's not about earning. It's about alignment. And when you align with me, you don't have to chase what's already yours. Did you catch that? You don't have to chase what I've already assigned to you. So stop striving. Stop forcing. Stop trying to manufacture outcomes. Rest. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the panic. Let go of needing to have it all figured out. I've got you. You don't have to know the next 5 steps. Just take the next right one. The one I'm nudging you toward today. I'll take care of the rest. And if this is hitting home right now, pause for a moment and like this video. Not for the algorithm, but for us. Let it be a small way of saying, yes, I'm still with you, God. Still trusting. Because I am still working. Even in what looks like stillness. Remember, seeds grow in the dark. So don't despise the quiet days. The ordinary moments. The nothing's happening seasons. So much is happening beneath the surface. I'm aligning people. Moving hearts. Positioning resources. Softening atmospheres. Opening eyes. And when it all comes together, it'll happen fast. Suddenly. Instantly. Seemingly overnight. But we'll know it wasn't overnight. We'll know the years of obedience, the private battles, the whispered prayers. That's what's birthing your breakthrough. So stay ready. Stay open. Stay surrendered. And child, don't talk yourself out of what I'm trying to give you. I know it feels unfamiliar. I know the blessing might look bigger than what you feel qualified for. But I don't give based on comfort. I give based on calling. And your calling is weighty. Your future is bright. Your influence is holy. You don't need to compare it to anyone else's. Can I remind you of something? Comparison is a distraction dressed as discernment. You think you're just observing, but really, it's stealing your joy. It's blinding you to the beauty of your process. So eyes up. Back on me. Your story is unfolding exactly as it should. Tell me, have you been struggling with comparison lately? Type "I release comparison" in the comments if you're ready to let it go. Let's clear the path for joy again. Because this next stretch of the journey, it's going to feel lighter. Not because life gets easier, but because you're getting stronger. You've been learning to walk in peace, to choose joy, to anchor in truth instead of reacting to circumstance. That's real maturity. That's what makes you dangerous to the enemy. You're not easily shaken anymore. You've learned how to worship in the middle, to declare my promises while you wait, to speak life even when death tries to creep in. And that's powerful. Let me ask you, what has God been teaching you lately in the waiting? Share it in the comments. You never know who your words will encourage. We're building something beautiful here. A community of faith. A family of hope. A people anchored in the promise. You're not alone in this. Not now. Not ever. So even when the process feels slow, trust me. Slow doesn't mean stuck. It means intentional. And I've been incredibly intentional with you. Every delay, every detour, every divine redirection, it was all part of the setup. Because when the promise comes to pass, you'll see it was always worth the wait. Now take a breath. Place your hand over your heart and whisper this with me. I trust your timing. Yeah, that's it. Now go ahead and comment it below too. I trust your timing. Let that be your anthem this week. Let that truth carry you through the in-between. Because, child, what's ahead is bigger than what's behind. We're not done. We're just getting started. The next part of your story? Oh, you're going to love it. Let's keep going. There you are. I knew you'd come back. I've been waiting right here. Because this next part, this one is personal. See, by now your spirit has already started to rise again. Hope's been flickering in your chest like a quiet flame, hasn't it? And even though the voices of fear and doubt still try to talk louder, you're hearing me more clearly now. You're tuning in. You're leaning in. You're learning to walk by faith, not by what your eyes see. And that's where the miracle begins. Because you've been asking me, God, when will it happen? God, how much longer? God, did I miss it? Let me speak to that gently but clearly. No. You haven't missed it. You are right on time. Right where you need to be. Right in the middle of the process I ordained for your good. You didn't ruin it. You didn't delay it. You're not too old, too late, or too broken. I don't operate on your deadlines. I move according to my design. And my design? It's always working, even in the silence. I want you to understand something deeply. Delay is not denial. Delay is me weaving things together with precision. Some pieces take longer to prepare. Some hearts need more softening. Some situations need more shifting. You've been thinking nothing is happening, but what you can't see is how much I've been doing behind the scenes. Let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever looked back and thought, wow, that timing was perfect? You didn't even see it then, but later it made total sense. That's me. That's how I work. Always moving, always aligning, always preparing. And child, that's what I'm doing for you right now. I know it's hard not to see it yet. It's hard when prayers seem to echo back empty. But you're not praying into a void. You're praying into the heart of your Creator. And I'm listening. Always. Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes it's not yet. And sometimes it's, I have something better. Have you ever considered that maybe what you've been asking for is too small for what I want to give you? I'm not trying to limit you. I'm trying to elevate you. That's why the process has been stretching you. That's why the waiting's been uncomfortable. That's why you felt the tension of growth. Because you're being expanded. For more. For better. For me. And you're doing better than you think. Truly. You've been faithful with little. And now I'm preparing to trust you with much. But before the much comes, there's something I need from you. Surrender. Not just the easy parts. Not just the parts you're done with anyway. I mean full surrender. The kind that says, even if I don't understand, I still trust you. The kind that loosens your grip on the timeline. The kind that stops rehearsing the worst-case scenario. Can you do that with me? Can you open your hands and say, whatever you want, God, I want that too? Take a moment right now and comment this below. I surrender my timeline. Let it be a declaration. A step. A holy pause. Because your willingness to surrender, that's what makes room for me to move. You see, my child, you were never meant to carry all of this by yourself. You've been trying to be strong for everyone. Trying to hold it all together. Trying to figure it all out. And I love that you care so deeply. I see how big your heart is. But don't forget, you have a father. You're not alone in this. You're not abandoned. You're not unsupported. You are seen. You are held. You are covered. Even in your lowest moments, I've never left your side. And even when you felt numb or disconnected or far away from me, I was still whispering your name. So gently. So patiently. So faithfully. Because I'm not going anywhere. Ever. No mistake you've made is enough to separate you from my love. No failure is final in my kingdom. No detour is too complicated for me to reroute you. You're already forgiven. You're already free. Now you just need to walk in that truth. Let's pause again for a second. What are you still holding on to that I've already set you free from? Guilt? Shame? Fear? Leave it in the comments. Name it. Release it. Let it go. And then breathe. I'm replacing it with peace. Deep soul-level peace. Not the kind that depends on circumstances. Not temporary relief. But the kind that anchors you when the waves rise. Because storms will come, sure. But with me, you're unsinkable. Let me tell you something you've maybe forgotten. You're not fragile. You're resilient. You've survived every hard day you thought would break you. And you're still here. Why? Because I've been holding you together with grace. Grace has been your lifeline. Grace has been your covering. Grace has been your strength in weakness. And it's not running out. Ever. You can't out-sin it. You can't out-fail it. You can't disqualify yourself from it. Grace is your portion. Grace is your story. Grace is your superpower. So stop being so hard on yourself. Stop replaying the should-haves. Stop apologizing for growing. You're evolving. You're healing. You're maturing. That's a good thing. You're not who you used to be. And that's worth celebrating. Tell me, what's one thing you've overcome this year that you're proud of? Drop it in the comments. Let's speak life over your progress. Because progress is holy. Even if it's messy. Even if it's slow. Even if no one else sees it. I see it. I see you. And I'm proud of you. Did you hear that? I'm proud of you. Not for being perfect. Not for performing. Not for having it all together. I'm proud of your yes. The one you keep giving me. The one that says, I don't always understand, but I'll keep walking. That yes. That's why doors are opening. That's why favor is following you. That's why things are shifting even now. I'm responding to your yes. So stay close. Stay soft. Stay surrendered. We're just getting started. And if this is still speaking to you, go ahead and like this video. It's a way of saying, yes, I'm still in it with you, God. Let's keep this moment between us. Because part of what's coming next is too big for you to carry alone. But the good news is you won't have to. I'm sending help. Divine connections. Kingdom-aligned people. Open doors. Unexpected provision. Not because you earned it, but because you trusted me through it. So don't shrink when it arrives. Don't sabotage it with self-doubt. Don't talk yourself out of what I've talked you into. Just receive. Breathe it in. Stand tall in it. You've been prepared for this. You've been molded for this. You've been anointed for this. And nothing the enemy throws at you can stop what I've ordained. Let that settle in your spirit. You are unshakable in me. You are covered in me. You are called by me. Say it out loud right now. I am chosen. I am ready. I trust you. And type it below. Let's fill the comments with faith. Let's agree together. Let's declare it boldly. Because, beloved, what's coming? It's more than you imagined. But it's not more than I promised. And it's almost here. Almost tangible. Almost visible. Stay close. Keep walking. And get ready. Because everything you've been asking for is about to happen. I love the way you're leaning in. You're not just listening with your ears. You're listening with your heart. You're starting to believe me again. And that, my child, that's powerful. Because belief, real, deep down, soul-level belief, it moves things. It activates my promises. It partners with heaven. And I know sometimes you think, God, is my faith strong enough? Or, I've doubted so many times, do you still count me in? Let me tell you clearly. Yes. Always yes. It was never about how perfect your faith was. It was about who your faith was in. You see, I'm not measuring you by your moments of fear. I'm anchoring you with my never-failing love. Even when you stumble, I catch you. Even when you hesitate, I wait with you. Even when you fall, I lift you up again. That's what grace looks like. That's what relationship looks like. And I want you to get this deep into your soul today. You are not in this alone. Not now. Not ever. Because I'm walking every step of this journey with you. I'm in the quiet moments. I'm in the crowded spaces. I'm in the tears you cry when no one else is watching. You haven't hidden a single thing from me. And guess what? I still choose you. Yes, with your mess. Yes, with your questions. Yes, with your pain. Because I'm not afraid of what you carry. I came to heal it. To restore it. To transform it. And beloved, I've been doing just that, haven't I? Let's be real for a second. Look at how far you've come. Can we pause and celebrate that? Drop a comment below and tell me, what has God brought you through that you once thought would break you? Because every testimony is a weapon. Every breakthrough is proof. And every scar, it's a sign that healing has taken place. Don't hide your scars anymore. They're not shameful. They're beautiful. Because they tell the story of survival. And you, my child, you're a survivor. A fighter. A miracle in motion. You've walked through fire and come out refined. You've endured storms that were meant to drown you. And you're still standing. You are proof that I'm faithful. Can I remind you of something? That mountain you've been facing, it's already shaking. That closed door you've been staring at, it's about to swing wide. That burden you've been carrying, I'm lifting it now. You don't have to force it. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to beg for it. Just keep following me. Just stay in my presence. Just keep your eyes on what I'm doing, not what the world is shouting. Because the noise will get louder the closer you get to breakthrough. Distractions will multiply. Doubt will try to creep in. Old lies will try to resurrect. But you know better now, don't you? You've seen me move. You've felt me draw near. You've tasted my goodness. So hold on to that. Say it with me right now. I remember what you've done, and I trust what you're doing. Go ahead and type that in the comments if it speaks to you. Let's build a wall of faith together. Because here's what's happening behind the scenes. While you've been staying faithful in the small, I've been arranging the big. While you've been praying in secret, I've been planning in power. While you've been sowing in tears, you're about to reap in joy. Yes, joy. Not just a good moment, Not just a little relief, but full-blown, undeniable, overflowing joy. That's your portion. That's your promise. That's what's coming. But before you walk into that joy, I want you to pause and look around. Look at who you've become in the process. You're not the same person you were when this started. You're wiser. You're stronger. You're deeper. Your roots have gone down into me. And because of that, you won't be shaken by the winds that try to come. You won't be pulled back by old fears. You won't be thrown off by delays or detours. You're grounded now, rooted in love, anchored in me. You're learning to trust my timing, not just my word. That's next-level faith. That's kingdom maturity. And I want you to know, I see it in you. You're growing beautifully. Can you feel that? The shift in your spirit. That's alignment. That's heaven touching earth. That's me saying, you're almost there. Don't give up now. I know you've been tired. I know it's been a long season. I know sometimes it feels like everyone else is moving ahead while you're stuck. But you are not behind. You're on a divine schedule. And when it's time, no one and nothing will be able to stop what I've prepared for you. Let me say this clearly. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not invisible. Heaven knows your name. Angels are assigned to your journey. Doors are being made ready as we speak. But I need your agreement. I need your yes, even when it feels uncomfortable. I need your trust, even when you don't have all the details. I need your faith, even when fear knocks at your door. Let me ask you something. Are you willing to keep showing up, even when you can't see results yet? If the answer is yes, drop this in the comments. I'm still showing up. Let's declare that together. Let's be the kind of people who walk by faith and not by sight. Because, child, you are so close. So close to the breakthrough. So close to the answer. So close to the fulfillment of what I whispered to you in the dark. And when it comes, oh, it will come suddenly. Suddenly the doors will open. Suddenly the connections will make sense. Suddenly the waiting will be over. But you won't be surprised. Because deep down you'll know. You and I built this moment together. You stewarded the waiting. You kept your heart soft. You kept coming back to me over and over. And that faith, that's what moves mountains. Do you feel the atmosphere shifting? That's not imagination. That's preparation. Heaven is moving. Angels are dispatched. Resources are on the way. Let me remind you, nothing is too hard for me. Not the debt. Not the diagnosis. Not the delay. Not the broken relationship. Not the buried dream. I specialize in resurrection. And I'm not done writing your story. You've only seen a glimpse of what I have in store. So let's keep walking. Let's keep hoping. Let's keep declaring. And if this is still speaking to your spirit, go ahead and like this video. It's your way of saying, God, I'm still with you. I'm still believing. Because we're not done. Not even close. Your next chapter? It's going to make everything make sense. But for now, rest in this. I've got you. I love you. I'm working. Tell me in the comments, what's one thing you're believing me for in this season? Say it out loud. Type it boldly. Because everything you've been asking for is about to happen. There you are again. Still here. Still hungry. Still expecting. That makes me smile more than you know. Because when your faith stays steady in the middle of the wait, when you refuse to let go of hope even when it hurts a little, that's when the impossible becomes inevitable. Yes, inevitable. Because I don't just promise, I deliver. And you, my beloved, are walking right into something I've been preparing from the very beginning. Even the parts you thought were detours or disasters, I've been weaving them into something holy. I know, it didn't always feel holy, did it? Some days felt more like survival than purpose. Some nights were full of questions, not answers. Some prayers felt more like whispers of desperation than declarations of faith. But I was there in all of it. In the tears. In the silence. In the why, God. In the when, Lord. In the aching, breaking, waiting. And through every single moment, I never let go of you. Even when you tried to let go of me. Can we just stop right there for a second? Take a breath. You're not here by accident. This moment, this exact one, is divine. And I've got something you need to hear right now. You didn't miss it. Let me say that again. You did not miss it. You didn't miss your calling. You didn't miss your breakthrough. You didn't miss the opportunity I meant for you. I'm not limited by your timeline. And I'm certainly not thrown off by your humanity. Even your wrong turns? I've already factored them into the plan. I use everything. Yes, even that. Even what you thought disqualified you. I make beauty from ashes. I turn pain into power. I turn delay into destiny. So listen closely. You're stepping into a season where you'll begin to see what I've been doing behind the scenes. You're going to look around and say, "Oh, so that's why I had to go through that." Because what once felt like chaos will start to look like strategy. What once felt like rejection will start to look like protection. What once felt like delay will start to look like divine design. I told you I waste nothing. Not a moment. Not a mistake. Not a tear. And if you've ever wondered if your pain had purpose, let me answer you now. Yes, there was purpose in it all. Not because I enjoy seeing you suffer, never. But because I knew what I could build through it. Do you know what I see when I look at you now? I see someone who's stronger. I see someone who's softer in the right places. I see someone who's finally ready for what's next. You've been forged in the fire. And now you're gold. Tell me in the comments, what fire did I bring you through? Declare it. Name it. Your victory will speak to someone else's faith. Because here's the truth. You're not just being blessed for you. You're being blessed to bless others. This isn't just about your breakthrough, it's about generational impact. The freedom that's coming to you, it's going to ripple into your family, into your children, into the people connected to your destiny. Yes, people are connected to your yes. Your obedience is opening doors for more than just you. That's why the enemy tried so hard to take you out. Because he knew your influence would be contagious. But guess what? You're still standing. And because you didn't quit. Because you kept showing up. Because you kept choosing me. Now the floodgates are opening. Provision is coming. Restoration is coming. Clarity is coming. Peace is coming. Joy is coming. Opportunities are coming. But listen, don't be surprised when it comes from unexpected places. I'm not limited to what you can imagine. I'm not boxed in by your past experiences. I can use strangers. I can use enemies. I can use what was meant for evil and flip it into favor. That's how I work. So if it shows up in a way you didn't plan, don't reject it just because it feels unfamiliar. Ask me, God, is this from you? And I'll let you know. Because your discernment is growing. You're not where you used to be. You can feel it, can't you? That inner nudge. That quiet confidence. That sense that something is shifting. It's me. And it's time to start moving like you believe what I said. Walk like it's already yours. Pray like you know I'm listening. Speak like your words carry weight. Decide like you trust where I'm leading. Because the breakthrough you're about to walk into, it's not random. It's not luck. It's the result of alignment. And child, you're aligned. You've come into agreement with what I've spoken. So now the heavens are echoing your yes. Now the favor is following your steps. Now the momentum is building. But don't rush it. Don't sprint just to prove something. You don't need to prove anything to me. You already belong. Let me ask you this. Do you believe you're worthy of what you've been asking for? Take a second. Check your heart. And if there's still a voice whispering, maybe I'm not good enough, let's deal with that now. Because you are worthy. Not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. You're my child. You're my beloved. You were bought with a price. Your worth isn't up for debate. It's not dependent on other people's opinions. It's not tied to your productivity or performance. You're worthy because I said so. Say that out loud with me. I am worthy of what God has for me. And type it in the comments if it speaks to you. Let's start normalizing receiving in faith. Because some of you have learned how to endure, but not how to enjoy. You've been in survival mode for so long. You don't even know how to live in blessing without bracing for the next storm. But I'm here to shift that. I'm teaching you to receive joyfully, to walk in peace without fear of it leaving, to live loved, not just occasionally, but constantly. Because I don't bless and then take it away. I bless and I build. I establish. I sustain. And what I'm bringing into your life in this season It's not temporary. It's lasting. It's rooted. It's stable. It's kingdom. Get ready to build on solid ground. Get ready to see what happens when your faith collides with my timing. And if this message is still touching your spirit, go ahead and like the video. Let's keep this space sacred. Let's mark it. Let's honor what's happening right now between us. Because this isn't just a word. It's a shift. And child, if only you could see what's around the corner. If only you could see the way I've been setting you up. With precision. With care. With extravagant love. You'd stop worrying completely. But until your eyes catch up with what your spirit already knows, just keep saying yes. Keep trusting. Keep declaring. Keep showing up. Because you're not waiting in vain. You're waiting in purpose. And the breakthrough, it's not just coming. It's already begun. You're still here. Still pressing in. Still holding on. I want you to know I see you. I really do. Every time you whisper, God, I trust you, even when your heart's shaking. Every time you choose faith over fear, even when everything inside you wants to run. It moves me. You might not feel like a warrior. You might not always feel strong. But from where I'm standing, you're one of the bravest people I know. Because you didn't quit. And so much of what's coming next is because you chose to keep walking when the path was unclear. Do you remember that night when you cried and said, God, I can't do this anymore? I was there. You didn't know it then, but that prayer moved mountains. Not because it was perfect, because it was real. And I love you're real. I love when you're honest with me. I love when you bring your confusion and your joy and your frustration, all of it. I'm not afraid of your emotions, child. I made them. And I can handle every one of them. So stop trying to clean yourself up before coming to me. You don't have to pretend. Just come. Let me in. Even in the mess. Even when it's all tangled up and you don't know where to start. Because that's when I do my best work. Right in the middle of the chaos. Right in the middle of the storm. And you've been walking through one, haven't you? A storm of silence. A storm of waiting. A storm of wondering if I'm even listening. Let me tell you right now, I've heard every word. Not one prayer has been ignored. Not one tear has been wasted. The delay was never denial. It was me making sure the foundation was strong enough to hold what you've been praying for. I won't give you something just to watch it break under pressure. So if it felt like I was taking my time, it's because I love you too much to let the blessing crush you. Can I ask you something? Are you willing to trust my process, not just my promise? Because the promise is coming. You already know that. You can feel it. But what I'm doing in you during the wait, that's just as important. You're being refined. You're being stretched. You're being prepared to sustain the answer when it arrives. And it's close. Closer than you think. You're going to start seeing signs. Little confirmations that show you I'm right here. An unexpected text. a divine conversation, a sudden breakthrough in your emotions. I do that to remind you we're still aligned. You didn't miss it. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. And if that's speaking to your heart, drop this in the comments. God, I trust your timing, because I want to hear from you. I'm not just speaking at you, I'm speaking with you. This is a conversation. This is relationship. So tell me, how's your heart today? Drop it in the comments. Don't hold back. I'm listening. Now lean in close for this part. The enemy has been trying to convince you that it's too late. Too late to start. Too late to dream again. Too late to rebuild. That's a lie. Time isn't your enemy when you walk with me. I created time. I command time. And I can redeem time. What you thought was lost forever, I can restore it in a moment. What you thought you'd missed, I can reopen the doors. You haven't run out of time. You're actually right on schedule. Let that sink in. Let it calm the panic that tries to rise when you look at other people's progress. Let it silence the voice that tells you you've been left behind. You're not behind. You've been in training. And you're about to graduate into something new. I need you to start walking like someone who knows that heaven has their back. Not arrogantly, not recklessly, but with the quiet confidence that says, my Father is with me. I cannot fail. Because you can't. Even when it looks like you've taken a step backward, I'm using it to catapult you forward. Even when it looks like you lost, I'm turning the loss into legacy. Even when the path feels uncertain, I've already gone before you and made a way. Do you feel the atmosphere shifting again? That's me. That's favor. That's alignment. That's divine acceleration. You're not going to have to force it. Doors are going to open without you banging. People are going to find you. Opportunities are going to chase you down. Why? Because you've been faithful in the secret place. You've stayed rooted when it would have been easier to run. And now it's harvest time. Yes, harvest. You've sowed in tears, but you're about to reap in joy. And I'm not just talking about emotional moments. I'm talking about tangible evidence of my faithfulness. Provision. Healing. Reconciliation. Creativity. Peace. Purpose. It's coming. And when it does, I don't want you to be surprised. I want you to be ready. So get your heart in position. Clean out the distractions. Forgive what you need to forgive. Let go of what can't come with you. Not everyone will understand this next season. That's okay. They weren't called to walk it with you. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't dim your light to make others feel safe. You're not being prideful by growing. You're being obedient. There's a difference. So be bold. Be free. Be confident in what I've placed in you. Tell me in the comments, what are you stepping into this season? Speak it out. Don't wait until it's safe. Declare it now. This is your moment. And if this word is confirming what you've been sensing in your spirit, go ahead and like this video. Let's keep it close. Let's keep this moment marked, because I've still got so much to say to you. You're not even halfway into the fullness of what I have planned. The plans I have for you, they're good. They're filled with hope. They're overflowing with purpose. No more surviving. You're about to start thriving. No more fear of the future. You're about to walk in peace you can't explain. No more comparison. You're about to understand what it really means to be called. So breathe deep. The winds are changing, and this time they're blowing in your favor. Let me ask you this before we go any further. Are you ready to let go of what's behind so you can grab hold of what's ahead? Because what I'm about to do in your life, it's going to require space. Space in your mind. Space in your spirit. Space in your calendar. It's time to release what's no longer yours. That mindset. Let it go. That guilt. Let it go. That fear. Let it go. Because child freedom is calling. And it's time to answer. Drop this in the comments if you're ready. I release what no longer serves me. Let the heavens see your agreement. Let your spirit rise into this moment. Because the next chapter isn't just going to be different. It's going to be divine. And I can't wait to show you what I've written for it. But before we turn the page, just know this. You're already enough. You're already chosen. You're already mine. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what I'm doing next. Because everything you've been asking for, it's about to happen. Take a breath, beloved. You feel that stirring in your chest? That quiet but steady sense that something's about to shift? That's me. I'm speaking to your spirit in ways deeper than words. And I need you to know, you're not imagining the change. You're not making it up. This is real. What's happening in you, around you, and through you. It's all part of what I promised. I told you I'd bring you out stronger. I told you I'd make all things new. And now it's unfolding, day by day, step by step. Not always loud. Not always obvious. But absolutely sure. You're right on track, even if you can't see the whole road yet. That's how faith works. You walk with me and I light up the path one piece at a time. Just enough for the next step. I know you want the full map. I know it'd feel safer to see it all laid out. But I'm not trying to control you. I'm trying to teach you to trust me. Because when you trust, you stop striving. When you trust, you rest. When you trust, you walk in peace that doesn't make sense to the world. And child, I want that for you. I want peace to be your baseline, not just a moment you chase. Tell me in the comments, what's one area where you're choosing to trust me today? Let's talk about it. Let's bring it into the light. Because where there's honesty, there's healing. And where there's surrender, there's breakthrough. I know you've had moments when you thought, maybe I'm not strong enough for this. Let me stop you right there. It was never about being strong enough on your own. It was about leaning on my strength. It was about learning to walk with me, not ahead of me or behind me. You and I, we're a team, and I carry what you can't. So stop trying to lift everything by yourself. That burden you've been silently dragging around, you can set it down now. I'm here. I'm helping. Let me carry what's too heavy for you. Don't believe the lie that says you're a burden. You're not too much. You're not too broken. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You are seen. You are known. You are loved. And I'm not going anywhere. I've walked with you through every season. The good, the hard, the quiet, the messy. And I'll keep walking with you through what's coming next. You're not facing anything alone. Let that truth settle into your bones. Say it out loud if you need to. God is with me. I'm not alone. And type it in the comments if you feel it deep. I want to hear your voice. I want your spirit to come into agreement with that truth. Because when you know I'm with you, fear starts to lose its grip. That anxiety that creeps in late at night. It starts to fade when you remember I never sleep. I'm watching over you. I'm protecting you. Even in the things you don't see. You've had so many moments where you said, God, are you even doing anything? Oh, child, if you only knew what I was shielding you from. If you only knew how many times I stepped in without needing applause. If you only knew how I've been orchestrating things with precision and love, you'd rest so much easier. But that's okay. I don't need you to understand everything. I just need you to trust. Trust that I'm still writing your story. Trust that the page you're on isn't the end. Trust that the best chapters are ahead. And you're closer than ever. You're not just approaching breakthrough. You're stepping into the flow of breakthrough. Do you feel it? The way your spirit is catching fire again. The way your mind is getting clearer. The way your soul is beginning to breathe deeper. That's what happens when you stop surviving and start living. That's what happens when you start expecting me again. Expectation is the doorway to miracles. And I need you to expect me to show up. Not just once. Not just occasionally. But consistently. Because I'm not a one-time wonder. I'm a faithful father. And I love blessing you in ways you never saw coming. So don't box me in. Don't assume I'll do it the way you've seen before. I'm about to do something new. Something that feels different because it is different. You've grown too much to stay in the old. That comfort zone you once needed, it's becoming a cage now. That place that once felt safe, it's starting to feel too small. That old mindset that helped you survive, it can't carry you where you're going. It's time to expand. And I'm making room. In your heart. In your relationships. In your calling. I'm clearing out what's no longer aligned so I can fill you with what's divine. Don't be afraid of the clearing. Sometimes when I take something away, it's not punishment, it's preparation. It's me creating space for what you asked for. So if things have been shifting, if people have been leaving, if doors have been closing, don't panic. Just pause. Breathe. Ask me, what are you making room for, God? And then trust that the answer is better than you imagined. Because I don't just take things, I restore. I replenish. I renew. This is the season of new oil, fresh strength, and surprising favor. Let me ask you this. Are you willing to receive what you didn't earn? Because grace is about to overwhelm your life. Not because you worked hard enough. Not because you got it all right. But because I'm good. Because I love you. You don't have to beg for what I already want to give you. You just have to believe it's for you. So lift your head, child. Square your shoulders. Step forward. This is your time. Not tomorrow. Not once you have it all figured out. Now. Because I'm with you now. And I don't need perfection, I just need your yes. So say it again, right where you are. Yes, Lord. I'm ready. And if your heart agrees, write it in the comments. Let your spirit speak louder than your fear. Because I'm not just calling you out of something. I'm calling you into something. Something better. Something deeper. Something real. Your season of wondering is shifting into a season of walking in wonder. You're about to experience joy in ways you've never known. Peace that won't make sense to people watching you. Breakthroughs that carry your name written by my hand. If this word is still resonating with you, go ahead and like the video. It's not just a button, it's an agreement. A marker. A moment between us. You're saying, God, this is mine. I receive it. Because this isn't hype. This is holy. This isn't just encouragement, it's activation. I'm unlocking things in you. Gifts that were buried. Faith that had been sleeping. Hope that was flickering out. And now? Now it's coming alive. Because you're stepping into the part of your story where heaven kisses earth. Where what you dreamed begins to manifest. Where what you prayed for shows up at your door. Where what you believed starts to bloom in real time. And you're going to walk with me like never before. With more confidence. With more clarity. With more joy. Because you finally believe it. You were made for this. You were created on purpose. For purpose. In purpose. And I'm not finished yet. So hold your head high. Lift your eyes. And get ready. Everything you've been asking for is about to happen. And you, my beloved, you're exactly where you need to be. You're still here, still leaning in. That tells me a lot about your heart. You're not just chasing a quick word, you're in this for the long haul. And that's exactly the kind of heart I love to bless. One that sticks around. One that stays even when it's not easy. One that says, God, even if it takes time, I'm still with you. And I'm still with you. Let's keep walking. There's so much more ahead. I haven't brought you this far to leave you now. You've seen glimpses already, haven't you? Little moments of light breaking through the heaviness. Tiny waves of joy that didn't make sense but came anyway. A whisper of peace that calmed your spirit out of nowhere. That was me. It's always been me. I've been surrounding you even when you felt alone. Even when it was dark. even when it felt like everything around you was falling apart. And yet, here you are, still standing, still soft, still seeking. That tells me something else too. You've been transformed more than you realize. Sometimes you don't notice it because you're in the middle of it. You're living it day to day, breath to breath. But child, you've changed. Not because life was easy, but because you chose me in the middle of the fire. You didn't lose your faith, you fought for it. Even when it felt like a whisper. Even when it was just a flicker. Even when your voice shook when you said, "God, I believe." And I saw it. I felt it. That faith moved mountains in the spirit, even when you couldn't see them move. So let me say this clearly, I'm proud of you. Yes, I know you've made mistakes. I know there are things you wish you could undo. But I don't define you by your worst days. I define you by the cross, by what I already finished for you. And I call you redeemed. So stop disqualifying yourself from what I've already qualified you for. You are not too far gone. You are not too damaged. You are not too late. You're right on time. Drop this in the comments if you believe it. I'm not behind, I'm being prepared. Let your spirit declare that out loud. Because when you partner with truth, everything begins to shift. That's what's happening right now. Shifts. Shifts in your atmosphere. Shifts in your mind. Shifts in your relationships. Shifts in how you see yourself. You've carried shame for too long. Carried insecurity like it was your identity. Carried fear like it was your responsibility. But I'm breaking all that off of you. You're not the sum of your scars. You're not the echo of what they said. You're not the failure the enemy tried to make you believe you are. You are mine. Fully. Wholly. Eternally. And you don't have to earn my love, you just have to receive it. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you just let me love you? Not when you had it all together. Not when you finished your to-do list or reached your goals. Just as you are. In the stillness. Can you do that now? Pause. Close your eyes for a second. Take a breath and let this settle in. You are loved. Fully. Completely. Unconditionally. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to perform. You don't have to prove anything. You're already enough. Say that out loud if you need to. I am enough because he says I am. And if that hits something deep in you, comment it below. I am enough. Let those words undo the years of lies. Because I'm rewriting your narrative. I'm replacing shame with confidence. Fear with faith. Confusion with clarity. This next season won't look like the last one. The struggles may have shaped you, but they don't define you. They prepared you. You're stepping into a season of realization. You're going to start seeing things clearly. Seeing yourself clearly. Seeing me more clearly. And it's going to change how you move. No more playing small. No more apologizing for your calling. No more second-guessing what you know I put inside of you. It's time to rise. To speak. To build. To believe again. Tell me, what dream have you been afraid to chase? What desire have you buried under disappointment? Write it in the comments. I'm listening. God, I still want Tao. Fill in the blank. Speak it out. Let it breathe again. Because I'm resurrecting some things. Old dreams. Lost hope. Forgotten callings. Words you thought were dead. I'm breathing life into them again. You thought it was over. You thought you missed your chance. You thought you'd ruined it. But I'm rewriting it. And not just restoring what was. I'm upgrading it. What's coming next won't just replace what was lost, it will surpass it. More beauty. More joy. More alignment. More grace. I don't just return what was stolen, I repay with interest. This is divine recompense. And it's coming faster than you think. Can you feel it? That shift in your spirit? That sudden hope rising again? Don't resist it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't let fear shut it down. Lean in. Say it with me, I receive it. Type it in the comments too, just so we both know you mean it. Because this isn't just a moment, this is a marker. You'll look back on this and say, that's when things changed. That's when it started turning. I want that for you. I want all of it for you. The peace. The breakthrough. The joy. The clarity. The alignment. The favor. I want it more than you do. And child, it's here. Not in some far-off future. Not only when you figure it out, but here. Now, in this moment, in this space, you don't have to chase it down, it's chasing you. Because I am the blessing, and I'm with you. Let that settle. Let it wash over you. You've been asking me, when is it going to happen? And I'm telling you now, it's already started. Just because it's small doesn't mean it's not significant. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean it's not powerful. Just because it's unfamiliar doesn't mean it's not me. I don't always come with fireworks. Sometimes I come with a whisper, with a shift, with a divine interruption in your ordinary day. And that's what this moment is. A holy interruption. You were just scrolling, just passing time. But heaven had an appointment with you. And here we are. So tell me, are you ready for the new? Are you ready to walk with me without looking back? Say it with boldness. I'm ready for what's next. And if you haven't yet, like this video, not for me, for you. As a way of saying, God, I'm holding on to this word. Because it's yours. And I'm not finished. There's still more ahead. More confirmation. More healing. More encounters. But for now, let this truth anchor your heart. You are chosen. You are seen. You are held. And everything you've been asking for, it's already in motion. Don't worry about how. Just walk with me. We're doing this together. You still feel that? That quiet strength rising up in you? Yeah, that's me. You're not imagining it. You're not hyping yourself up. You're not clinging to wishful thinking. What you're sensing, what's stirring inside your spirit, that's divine momentum. It's me building something in you that can't be shaken. I'm making you unshakable. You've been through storms. You've walked through fire. You've felt the crushing weight of delay, rejection, confusion. And yet, you're still here. Still standing. Still reaching for me even with shaky hands. I honor that, child. I don't take that lightly. And because of that perseverance, because of that faith, I'm opening doors. Doors you didn't even knock on. Doors you didn't know existed. Doors that lead to rooms you thought were off limits to people like you. But you've always been royalty to me. You just didn't know it yet. The crown's always been yours. I'm just teaching you how to walk in it. Can you believe that? That you're royalty? Not because you earned it, but because I chose you. I adopted you. I set my seal on you and called you my own. Say this with me. Go ahead, speak it out loud. I am royalty. I walk in divine favor. Let it hit different today. Let it sink in. And if something is rising in your heart right now, drop it in the comments. God, I'm ready to walk like the child of a king. I want to hear it from you. Because when you confess it, heaven moves. Your words matter. You've let your past narrate too much of your story. You've let trauma write chapters I never intended. You've let old voices echo louder than my truth. But that's changing now. I'm reclaiming the narrative. And I'm handing you the pen again, with my spirit as your guide. This next chapter, you won't write it in fear. You won't write it through the lens of brokenness. You'll write it from a place of identity, confidence, freedom. You're going to start waking up with vision again. You're going to dream and actually believe it can happen. You're going to stop bracing for disappointment and start preparing for promise. Because this is not just your turnaround, it's your takeoff. And listen closely. You don't need everyone to understand it. You don't need validation from people who couldn't handle your becoming. You don't need approval from those who left when you started healing. Their absence didn't slow me down. If anything, it cleared the room for me to do more in you. Stop mourning what I removed. You asked for alignment, so I responded. You asked for peace, so I exposed the chaos. You asked for breakthrough, so I broke what was never built on truth. Painful? Yes. But necessary? Absolutely. I never tear without the plan to rebuild. And what I rebuild in your life will be stronger than anything that was lost. More rooted. More secure. More real. You won't have to fake it anymore. You won't have to hide behind filters or performance. You'll just walk free. Unapologetic. Clear. Whole. Tell me in the comments, what's one thing you're ready to be free from? Let's call it out. God, I release all. Let me fill in the space you empty. Let me pour in healing where you pour out your hurt. Because healing is happening right now. You feel that warmth in your chest? That subtle shift in your emotions. That sudden desire to cry for no reason. It's not nothing. It's me. Touching deep places that haven't been touched in a long time. And you're safe with me. No judgment. No rush. Just me and you in the space to finally be real. You've always had permission to feel with me. I'm not afraid of your mess. I'm not uncomfortable with your honesty. I'm not leaving just because it got heavy. I'm the God who stays. Through the grief, through the questions, through the rage and the silence. You never had to hold it all together for me to love you. You still don't. Take a breath. Let your walls come down a little more. Let me be your place of rest, not your project manager. You've tried to hustle your way into peace. Tried to fix yourself into worthiness. Tried to outrun the shame. But now you can just be with me. Be honest. Be still. This is the posture I bless. Not perfection. Just presence. Your heart turned toward me. That's enough. Because when your heart is open, heaven pours in. I'm sending answers. Downloads of clarity. Waves of creativity. Connections that align with your purpose. You don't need to chase. Just stay close. That's where the favor flows. Favor isn't a reward for performance, it's the fruit of proximity. And you're close, child. Closer than you know. If you believe it, say it with me. I'm not chasing, I'm flowing in divine favor. And drop it in the comments if your spirit agrees. Let your faith have a voice today. Don't hide anymore. This is the moment where the inside begins to match the outside. Where what you feel finally aligns with what I've spoken. No more imposter syndrome. No more wondering if it's really for you. It is. It always was. You were just too tired to see it. Too distracted to believe it. But now your vision is clearing. I'm restoring your sight, spiritually, emotionally, and even physically for some of you. You're going to start seeing people differently. Seeing yourself differently. Seeing your life through the lens of hope, not fear. This is the beginning of something new, and I don't want you to miss it. So slow down when you need to. Come back to this word as often as you want. Let it wash over you again and again. You're not weak for needing reminders. You're human. And I designed you for rhythm, not rush. Let me set the pace. Let me take the lead. Let me walk with you through this healing. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You just have to keep saying yes. One yes at a time. One day at a time. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for partnership. Will you partner with me today? Even when it's quiet? Even when you're tired? Even when it doesn't all make sense yet? Because, child, my plans for you are good. So good. And they're unfolding faster than you think. I'm aligning opportunities. I'm aligning hearts. I'm aligning timing. The things you thought were delayed were really just being prepared. Preparation isn't punishment, it's protection. I had to get you ready. I had to grow your roots before the fruit showed up. Now the fruit is coming. The favor is coming. The promise is coming. Say it again. I'm ready. Say it out loud. Say it in the comments. Say it in faith, even if fear tries to whisper otherwise. I hear you, and I respond to your yes. We're stepping forward now. We're crossing thresholds. We're entering rooms you were always meant to fill. This isn't just a breakthrough season. This is a birthing season. You're carrying something heavy because what's coming out of you is holy. It's not just about you, it's about legacy. It's about impact. It's about purpose. You are not random. Your life is not accidental. Your pain is not wasted. I'm using it all. All of it. Every scar. Every loss. Every hidden tear. It's all becoming beauty in my hands. So hold on, child. We're not done. This is just the middle. And the middle is often where the miracle takes shape. Keep watching. Keep trusting. Keep saying yes. And if this is still resonating deep, don't just keep it to yourself. Like this video, mark the moment. Say, God, I receive this. This is my word. And don't forget to tell me in the comments, what has this stirred in you? What's shifting? I'm listening. I'm close. I'm still speaking. And I'll keep walking with you through every part of the promise. Because this beautiful unfolding, it's only getting started. Here we are, child. Still walking. Still together. Still moving toward the promise. This is it, the final part of this message. But it's not the end. It's the beginning of everything I've been preparing you for. You feel that? That pull in your spirit right now? That's me. Reminding you that nothing I've spoken over you will return void. You've asked me for a lot. You've waited patiently. You've cried in silence. You've warred in prayer. And through it all, you kept coming back to me. And I've been watching. I've seen every little yes you gave. Every time you showed up when you wanted to shut down. Every prayer whispered through tears. Every step taken in faith when you couldn't see the outcome. You didn't give up. And that, my child, means everything. So here's what I want to speak over you now. It's time to talk legacy. Not just what I'm doing for you, but what I'm doing through you. And what I'm establishing beyond you. This story we're writing, it's bigger than just your lifetime. You're planting seeds now that your children's children will benefit from. You're making choices now that will shift entire bloodlines. You are the pivot point. You are the one I chose to break the cycles, to end the patterns, to start something new, to carry the torch of transformation. Do you realize how powerful that is? You're not just here to get blessed. You're here to be the blessing. That's legacy. Legacy is when your life becomes a living testimony that outlives you. When the faith you carried becomes the foundation others stand on. When the choices you make in quiet obedience unlock doors for generations. It starts with you. You're the one who said yes when it would have been easier to quit. You're the one who stayed when others walked away. You're the one who prayed when everyone else panicked. You're the one who kept believing even with nothing in your hands. And because of that, I'm honoring you with fruit that remains. Not fleeting success. Not surface applause, but lasting impact. Say this with me. God, use my life for something that outlives me. Now comment it too, child. Let this be your declaration. Because I'm not just giving you a moment, I'm giving you a mission. The open doors. They're not just for your convenience. They're for kingdom influence. The blessings? They're not just for your enjoyment. They're for eternal investment. That platform you've been praying for, that favor that's been building, that vision that won't let go of you, it's all a setup. I'm aligning you with purpose-driven assignments, with divine timing, with strategic relationships, with territory that's been reserved for you. But here's the thing, child. When you walk in legacy, you don't chase clout. You chase clarity. Clarity about why I put you here. Clarity about who you're called to reach. Clarity about how I want you to move. Because when you know your why, you don't get distracted by the noise. You don't waste energy competing. You don't compromise to fit in. You walk boldly, purely, and authentically in who I created you to be. So here's my question for you right now. Who do you want to become? Not just what do you want to have. Not just where do you want to go. But who are you becoming in me? Pause and reflect. Then drop it in the comments. God, shape me into who you designed me to be. That's the key to legacy. It's not about accumulating more. It's about becoming aligned. And child, when you're aligned with me, everything changes. Doors open naturally. Opportunities find you. Peace becomes your default. Joy becomes your strength. Impact becomes inevitable. And here's something else I want to settle in your spirit. You don't need to have it all figured out. Legacy isn't built overnight. It's built moment by moment. In the quiet. In the decisions no one sees. In the way you love, give, serve, and forgive. That's the stuff of eternal greatness. So stop pressuring yourself to be there already. You're not behind. You're not late. You're right on schedule. My timing is still perfect. My hand is still on you. My promises still stand. Now let's go even deeper. Legacy means walking in bold obedience, even when it's uncomfortable. It means doing what I said, not just what feels good. It means trusting that my way really is higher, even when you don't understand it fully. Remember when I asked you to forgive that person? When I nudged you to sow that seed? When I closed that door you thought was meant for you? That was me protecting the legacy. You thought it was a setback, but it was a setup. You thought you were losing, but I was repositioning you for something greater. And now you're stepping into clarity. Now you're seeing the puzzle pieces start to fit. And you'll look back soon, smiling, thinking, "Oh, that's why you did that, God." So right here, before we wrap this message, I want you to take a moment and thank me in advance. Even for the things you don't fully understand yet. even for the detours, even for the delays, even for the things I said no to, because none of it was random. All of it was redemptive. Comment this right now if you're walking in that trust. God, I trust the story you're writing with my life. Because when you trust me with the process, you're free to live in peace while I work behind the scenes. Child, this is legacy living. Peaceful, purposeful, powerful. It's not loud. It's not always glamorous. But it's real. It's eternal. It's unshakable. So here's your charge as we close this moment. Keep showing up in obedience even when it's hard. Keep choosing integrity when no one's watching. Keep loving people even when it's inconvenient. Keep trusting me when you can't trace me. Because I promise you, this life we're building together, it's going to matter. Long after you're gone. Long after the applause fades. Long after the title changes. Your faith, your courage, your yes, it will echo into eternity. So, beloved, I leave you with this. I am the author and the finisher. I started this journey with you, and I will see it through. You are my masterpiece. You are not random. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are deeply loved. You are endlessly seen. Everything you've been asking for, it's still coming. But more than that, everything I've been building in you, it's ready now. Let's step into legacy. Together. If you've walked with me through this message, if you've felt my heart, if you're ready for more, then say it in the comments one last time. God, I'm ready for the legacy you've called me to carry. And if this journey has blessed you, like this video, keep this moment close to your heart. If you want to keep walking with me, subscribe now. I've got more to reveal. So much more. This isn't goodbye. It's just the beginning. And I'll be with you. Every step of the way. Always. I love you, child. Now go shine. For the glory of my name. And for the legacy we're building together.